Hey everybody, welcome back to Is It Kino? We're here with a double dose of movies my mom would not like. I am Simian Jimmy, joined as always by the Schnitzel King, Rich McCoy.
Oh yeah, I love the schnitzel so much. I just love to eat it every day, all the time.
And the man who, insert Rich joke here, Florian Himzel.
So your mom got the big satanic panic over you watching Dungeons and Dragons?
No, satanic panic over John Wick because a blind man can see.
Damn, is that
Rich, what joke for you should I have applied? Like, if we're gonna do or Florian is the Schnitzel King, what would the Rich equivalent be?
I mean, it'd be a tofu schnitzel.
Wow, tofu.
Tofu? The fuck? Rich is not a soy boy in that regard, is he? He eats plenty of meat, I assume.
I thought that was the meme. Oh well.
You're thinking of Emp Lemon.
I mean, he's actually doing it well, I guess.
Rich, you don't know your own personality here? I'm begging here. You can't think of one thing?
I'm trying
Star
to think.
Wars.
Like, I'm a
His
Star Wars nut.
personality is
It can't just be Star Wars. That's more pathetic than anything I've ever thought. My only personality trait is I like Star Wars. Really?
I'm too critical. I'm too overbearing with my opinions. I don't fucking know.
Do you have like a funny thing that you eat? Can we come up with a funny food that Rich eats that we can make fun of?
Is it soy?
Not really.
Like, do you eat mayonnaise pizza like the whale?
No, God no.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Did you watch Florian's whale review like you promised you would do 6 days ago?
I have not yet, because I just don't.
It's 2
do
minutes
any YouTube
long!
stuff. I just don't do any YouTube stuff, really.
It's a 2-minute video made by your friend.
I will watch it. If I haven't watched it by the next episode,
What the fuck else are you doing when you take a shit, dude? Come on.
What are we going to do with him if he doesn't watch it? Oh boy.
I listen to podcasts nonstop.
Yeah, me too.
If there was a podcast feed just full of Florian shit, I would do that.
Well, if you watch my Mario movie review in like a week or two, then that'll be an hour long. So it's just like a podcast.
Hey, the news just came out 40 minutes ago. It's the biggest animated movie opening of all time.
Jesus Christ.
Mario Chads, stay winning. How many coins is that, Rich?
That's way too many coins for my taste.
Wow.
That's at least enough to get an extra life.
Yeah, spoiler alert on our Mario opinions, I guess. But we have 2 movies to discuss today. Where do you guys want to start? Which movie are you chomping at the bit for?
I guess
Champing.
I'm chomping at this one with my mouth.
Okay, this is your personality now. You're insufferable because you said champing.
That's right.
Well,
I don't come down the pike. I come down the pipe like Mario. Get used to it.
I'm gonna lay pipe like Mario. Alright.
John Wick would be most entertaining because we'd be really mad at each other, I guess.
Yeah, I think we gotta start with Wick. That was the earliest release.
We're gonna get really mad at each other, Florian. What do you mean?
Well, Irish is a big John Wick defender, and I think John Wick is garbage.
Garbage?
Alright.
Garbage.
Well, I want to hear about
Florian,
this garbage.
is it because... Do you really like animated movies but dislike live action movies? Is that your...
No, I
your
just
thing?
hate that everyone's insane in this universe. Like, nobody is relatable in any way. The main character is so lame, and he doesn't even fucking speak half the time. He has the worst beard that Keanu Reeves has ever had. It's just neckbeard Keanu Reeves. And and his only motivation is that they killed his fucking dog. And that's enough to get everyone killed, including his fucking friends. And I'm done with it, you know? I hate it.
I mean, they also burned his house down.
No, he didn't care about that. He specifically said it was the dog. I watched John Wick 1, and I was like, this isn't so bad, you know? He's reasonable.
Well, he finishes his revenge quest at the end of 1, and then in the beginning of 2, they burn his house down.
I mean, he already went too far. So he has nowhere to go. He already went too far in 1, so whatever.
All right.
And it was all because of the dog, you know. He was captured. He was shown mercy. He said, "No, I will not go back to my life, even though you didn't need to show me mercy. You should have just killed me. I still will murder you for this, because I had a dog once, and you must all pay because I had a dog once."
No, it's more of a shadow government that overstepped its bounds, and is kind of like civil forfeiture, where they imposed on this man's personal life And this is a man who you don't fuck with. This is the fantasy of a man who can fight back single-handedly when the government fucks with him. And it's a 4-movie fucking arc of him realizing no matter what I do, they're gonna keep replacing these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I could kill hundreds of them. And they'll vote in a
There will
new
always be
corrupt
someone
motherfucker.
else.
And at the end, he decides, Florian, he's putting his family and friends and all this shit or whatever in danger. So yeah, there's only one way out against this kind of threat. It's kind of a very sad ending in that way.
Andor reference.
Wait, what's the Andor reference? I don't know.
One way out. They escape from prison.
Wow. Yeah, that was a good thing. I don't know, that ending felt like it was trying to be triumphant, but it was so stupid. I can't stand it.
I mean, it's not triumphant because, spoiler alert, he dies. But,
no, but he dies on his own terms.
It's him escaping out of this system in the only way possible.
Yeah, which he could have just done by killing himself. Like,
you can't be positive about suicide here.
Yeah,
Florian.
come on, Florian. Then there's no movie.
I mean, this entire movie.
What's John Wick 3 if he suicides in number 1, Florian? What a sad film.
Should have killed himself at the beginning of the movie.
I mean, in the first one, he could have just shut up about his fucking dog and everything would have been fine.
There's 2 things I love.
1 minute long.
I love when E-Rich is vindictive and when he does an impression, and that was a vindictive impression.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the best of both worlds right there.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch John Wick 2, but I'm sure he's equally insane in that one as he.
Wait, you didn't watch the second movie, and
well, I haven't seen it. I haven't rewatched it. Okay.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay. All right.
That's the pencil one, right?
Pencil. Where he makes the pencil disappear.
Yeah. It's either in 2 or 3.
That is that one.
Must have forgotten that.
I think that one's 2. Yeah. So like the point of these movies is action. Like if you're not down to see cool action, then you're not going to enjoy these things. Yeah, and this one is almost action. 3 hours of action.
I don't enjoy meaningless action. Yeah.
Okay, meaningless is literally just.
I tried to rewatch it and I fell asleep all over again.
Action is meaningless. Ultimately.
No, it is not. Are you serious?
Yes, it is.
Bullshit.
At the end of the scene, something is going to happen that then like puts them on to the next scene, and you could have removed any action scene from any movie and just skipped right to the thing that happens. But when the action is well done,
I'm okay with that. That's fine. Let's do that.
But you're asking for movies that are like 5 minutes long.
You're removing joy from the world. What the fuck are you talking about? It's the most entertaining part of most films is the action scene, Florian.
Why would I go to a playground when I would just leave the playground at the end of the session?
Yeah, remove all these slides and jungle gyms from the playground. I just want, like, sawdust. But, Florian, do you like the film Mad Max Fury Road?
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Okay, so that's all you gotta say. Like, a lot of people appreciate and love that film for the action, and we feel a similar way about the John Wick movies, and it's just like a different taste, I don't know why we could be mad at that.
Yeah, I mean...
Why would I go to the theme park when the theme park rides are the only reason to be there? Yes, that's why you go.
We took the autism quiz. Would you rather go to the library or to the party? Florian says, would I rather go to the amusement park or jerk off at home? And we know what he would choose. And I can't fucking deny it. I can't be upset. It's him.
Yeah. If that's your mindset, then I understand that.
I mean,
Kino Corner said he slept in late and missed Easter Sunday church, and therefore I assume can now review the Mario movie.
Holy shit!
He should join us right now.
Wow, has he seen these films?
He was also kind of mad on John Wick, which is
he was
mind blowing.
Well, throw him in.
All right, Florian, what is action movies that you like? Name them, for fuck's sake.
The Terminator, I guess. Man, how many action movies are there? I mean, I guess I don't like...
not very many. It's a pretty small genre.
Yeah, it's pretty niche.
I only make about 1 or 2 a year, really.
Yes.
I mean, I like the Avengers. I don't know, does that count? No, I guess that's superhero. Oh my... Dude, fuck off! Avengers is brilliant. Dude, you can't deny that the Avengers one is like one of the greatest...
But you go to the Avengers movie like specifically for action. It's...
I mean, no. I go for the story.
Well, E-Rich, would you agree with me that the best Avengers movie is Infinity War, which is basically wall-to-wall action?
I mean, I personally think the first Avengers movie is the best Avengers movie,
wow.
but
I'd say it's third, 3 out of 4, my friend.
wow. So what? Endgame second, and then.
Well, I'm keeping that a secret. We'll see which is which.
Damn.
One day on the great Avengers ranking tier list coming to you never.
I think Infinity War is kind of impressive for how much they have to juggle in that movie and how much it doesn't just fucking fall apart. But it's hard to like say that that's a full movie. I guess
no,
Thanos
it's the
is the main
Thanos
character.
movie, and he wins as
It's
he
the
should.
Thanos movie. That's certainly a good part of it, but like, there's so much going on. It's really hard to focus on every single character.
Should we talk about the John Wick movie?
Yes. So, John Wick Chapter 4 has a lot of shit in it. Not a lot of it is like actually meaningful. There's an entire part with Scott Adkins in a fat suit, which I don't actually understand why that's there. Other than to just have a scene in Germany. It was a scene. You like that?
I like when people are in fat suits. Yeah, thanks for asking.
Okay.
And in Germany.
Right.
Hey, hell yeah, I'm Klaus.
A character named Killa.
Which one?
Killa, the guy in the fat suit. That's his name, Killa.
Oh, that. Right, I guess they must have had like a German name. I don't know. Or maybe I forgot.
Florian, were you not impressed by the top-down tracking scene where it looked like a live-action video game, and we go from room to room watching him blast people, and there's like fucking flamethrowers and shit, all choreographed perfectly by all these people in one continuous take for several minutes? You don't get impressed when you see that kind of thing.
I mean, it was pretty cool, but you could probably fake it. Like when he goes from one room to another, like the screen is black for a second. So
No, this was when it was top-down. That didn't go black. Did it?
Yeah, I don't think it ever cut.
No, I think like the walls of the rooms actually like neatly separate them, and then when you go from one room to another, I think
that is what walls do, Florian. They neatly separate.
I mean, the walls are really close to the camera, so there might be.
I think they built a set for this. I don't think it's a real house.
They sure did.
Yeah.
So.
Florian.
I mean, I'm generally like not impressed when they pull off something that's really hard. I only care for how it looks, and I guess it looks fine, so not too bad, you know.
Well, what are some parts of the movie that you felt could have been cut out, Florian, that you didn't really feel the action?
Oh, where to begin? Jesus.
Wow. Okay.
Like you could probably cut out like most of the stuff where it's just like the Asian people shooting bows and arrows. Like Jesus. Like what does that fucking add?
It's giving me PTSD to Sekiro.
Hell yeah.
The entire first third of this movie is in Japan in the Osaka Continental Hotel, and it's insane to me that the first part of this movie you could basically cut out, but there's so much cool action. John Wick uses a fucking nunchuck for entire like 10 minutes of the movie, and he's great at it. Every time he picks up a new weapon, it's like, how is he going to find cool, in interesting ways to kill people?
Just like a video game character, just equip this different weapon for a little while. You know?
Okay, Florian, you do understand it's real people doing these things. It is not like...
This is 68-year-old Keanu Reeves doing 90% of his own stunts.
Yeah.
I have to refer you back to when I said I don't care how they did it, I only care how it looks.
And it looks fucking awesome.
But it also looks great! I don't know what part of this does not make sense to you.
It looks fine, and it's really stupid.
Erich, tell me if was I thinking too hard about the movie, or were they playing with my expectations in a fun way? We have the opening shot. It's like this desert sunset, and we see four horsemen silhouetted. And my instinct, my thought is, okay, it's the four horsemen of the apocalypse. They're coming for John Wick. But no, as it turns out, one of the horsemen is John Wick, and he's chasing down the other three guys and killing them. And that's like, oh shit.
Death.
Yeah, he is that was a subversion. I thought death was coming for him, but no, it was him the entire time. And that's really like the entire, all of the movies is just John Wick is fucking death, and he's coming for you.
Yeah,
I think this friend or foe, you're all gonna die. Yeah,
not friend or foe. What about Halle Berry? Didn't she live?
Oh, yeah, she's got doggies.
Wait, Halle Berry was in this?
In the third one?
Yeah, she was in the third one.
Oh, right. I mean, okay. Like, God, there's so many people dying for this completely meaningless crusade. It's insane.
That Lance Reddick died in real life and then gets killed in the movie. That's funny.
Yeah, that really took me out of the movie because he had literally just died the week before.
Yeah.
And to kill him off in the movie, like, I think it works because they kill off John Wick as well. So, like, he is the death that John Wick needed to see to know that this had to be the end. Like, his friend, they call him Charon or something, but I thought it was Karen. Is the name of the Greek boatman, right?
I don't know. If I tried to pronounce it, I would embarrass myself. So I'm glad you tried.
It was so weird because it's just like they kill him off, but he's just like the guy who's the concierge at the hotel. He's not like a big deal or anything. And everyone's
how dare you? The man, when you say I need a gun, and then this man brings you a gun, he's a fucking Chad, dude. What a friend.
Gun.
I need a gun.
Yeah.
You don't like the way John Wick talks and he's a man of few words? Florian, you were bitching about that? It's so iconic. Instantly iconic character.
I hate him with all my being. He doesn't speak at all, and all the time when we get introduced to new characters, they're like, "Oh my god, it's John Wick! He's so cool, man! He totally
look at everything he does in all of these movies, Florian. How can you not think he's fucking cool?"
Well, Florian, think about it from this point of view. They set out to make a movie about the guy who everybody's afraid of. Like, maybe you feel like he hasn't earned your respect. But just watch the bloodbath in the films. He should earn it over the course of John Wick 1. Like, maybe John Wick 1, I would believe your incredulousness or whatever, but at the end of 4, do you not believe the fucking man, myth, and legend of what he can do?
I mean, I literally do not believe it. It is literally the manifestation of bullshit because he gets literal fucking plot armor. He gets a fucking Kevlar tailored suit where he just deflects bullets with his
that
fucking
was awesome.
Apparently that's a real thing, Florian.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, that's not a
it
fucking
can't be
real
that
thing.
real, E-Rich. It can't be as real as in this movie when a flappy suit that he holds up is blocking bullets. There's no way.
They are able to make super flexible Kevlar, and someone who is able to, like, put that into a suit could make fucking... Like, it shouldn't stop bullets, but, like, it's some form of cover. It also, like, it's so small, it's so, like, tight-fitting on him.
The
like,
whole point!
It's hilarious watching him.
We want to see a guy in a business suit do this epic gun fu. So, of course, the business suit is gun-proof. Of course. Yeah. It's just for fun.
Yeah, and you ask me if I believe this. No, I don't believe it.
No, do you believe in the legend of John Wick? Because you're acting like, oh, why would all these characters be so afraid of him? Because he has killed 500 people on screen, Florian. He's a fucking murderer.
No, because they wrote him that way. I'm not impressed. I'm sorry. No. It's like...
Every character is written in a way.
No, they just wrote he kills a bunch of people and that was it, okay? That was the whole character development. It's like, solves problems exclusively with violence. That's his fucking character, okay?
That's why you don't fuck with him. That's why Theon Greyjoy fucked up. He didn't know. He was young blood. He did not know the old guard, dude. That's the point of the movie.
Baba Yaga comes for you.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't know, but like his father didn't deserve this. His father fucking gave John Wick a second chance, and he just killed him for it. It was disgusting. I hate John Wick so much.
Jesus Christ.
What do you mean, Jesus Christ? Do you like that? How he tied him up, gave him a second chance, and then John Wick, oh, I actually had snipers this whole time. You're dead now. Boom. Like, really? You're impressed with that?
I think he's incredibly fucking cool.
E-Rich, if we ever get together, I want us to binge all 4 John Wicks in a row, because I've only seen them one time each in the theater. So I would love to just go through all of it in one fell swoop.
I just rewatched them before this new one came out, and they all fucking hold up incredibly well. It's a great fucking series.
It's a good, like, just consistent experience from 1 to 4.
Absolutely. They keep finding ways to outdo themselves. Like, especially this movie, you see some of the most incredible action you've ever seen on screen, and then the next scene is even better than that. And it's just that time after time after time after time.
Florian, did you like it when he's spinning his car in a donut, like, for a minute straight, shooting at these people? Just spinning in a circle
He's
over
like
and
losing
over.
pieces of his car. So like he is driving a car without any doors on it. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah, if only they could predict the circular pattern of this car. Damn.
Kino was complaining that he gets hit so many times by so many cars and then is just walking around. He's definitely like limping at the end of the movie, but he's still like doing insane things. And like, how can you not see that scene at the Arc de Triomphe where he's like dodging cars are hitting all of these guys. He takes a couple hits here and there, but like he's essentially using traffic as a weapon. Like you here's the thing, you cannot take this movie seriously, but it's entirely there. But what movie do you take seriously? Like when it's an action movie, you have to be able to like go with it. You have to be like, oh yeah, he's gonna use traffic as a fucking weapon.
I took the League of the Super Pets seriously.
Why is the super hamster able to use frost breath on Crypto the super?
Because it rotates it like that.
Oh, is this it? John Wick just has superpowers. Is that your explanation?
Why not?
Yeah,
it's for fun.
Being John Wick.
The movie is for fun.
I mean,
it's not Shakespeare.
I would say that it would still need to make sense, but okay.
I mean, what doesn't make sense? He's like just very, very skilled at what he does.
He's the best at what he does. That's his whole thing.
Yeah, and he never dies, and his suit is bulletproof.
He does die. That's the end of the movie.
Oh, great!
Spoiler alert. Should we move on to Dungeons and Dragons?
Back to life. Yeah.
I mean, it is, isn't it? They couldn't really just do that. Like, they had a funeral, right? But he could just, like, crawl out of it and then, oops, John Wick 5. Let's go again, boys. Or maybe
it's very possible that he faked his own death in order to get out of the life.
We're pulling a Sherlock season, 3?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Now they're doing like a TV show about the Continental Hotel, and I guess Anna de Armas is getting a movie.
Yeah, Anna de Armas is getting a ballerina movie. They're doing a Continental Hotel series with who's the guy who
that old man?
Ian McShane?
No. I mean, it's about him, but who's the Lethal Weapon guy? The
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson, yeah, Mel Gibson's going to be in that.
Wait, oh my god,
for real? I thought you were going to joke.
No, I think I read
for real.
That. Yeah, I'm hyped.
What the fuck? We got to review that, Florian.
Please, yeah. I mean, anything. It's just like Scooby-Doo. Like, take out the stupid namesake, and I'll be down for it. Okay, take out the fucking dog.
Well, John Wick is going to be in the ballerina movie, so.
So Florian, start a petition to get Mel Gibson in Velma season 2. But Florian,
great.
Shifting gears, maybe we can stop arguing and start what's it called? Campaigning? Is that what those nerds do? With some Dungeons and Dragons. Florian Himsel, as a nerd yourself, how did you feel to be represented on the big screen?
I mean, I don't really know if it's a great representation, because these are just like the actual heroes, and they're like doing real life shit that I could never do.
You didn't identify with the chick from Fast and Furious, Gina Rodriguez, Eggy Eggman's sister.
Wait, which one was she?
The Latina chick who beats people up.
Oh yeah, well she was definitely great, but yeah, no representation there. Jesus, I couldn't do that.
Well, you're the little black boy who wants to fuck the it girl.
I mean, yeah, that's probably the closest. I like how he is just terrible, and then like occasionally he has like a flash of genius. You know, that's all right. Guess he fits.
Well, Erich, which character did you identify with? Some sort of Jewish goblin in the film?
I guess the magician guy, the sorcerer guy, who's trying to attune with the helmet, and the ancestors of the past are trying to keep him from doing what he needs to do. And in my case, I guess that'd be the Nazis. My Nazi ancestors trying to prevent me from.
We're finally getting the Erich backstory after all these years. That's what's going on? Is your backstory ripped off of Russian Doll Season 2?
Oh, yeah, Nazi Gold.
Yeah. Did you watch that show?
I did.
I
yeah.
got very confused in season 2. I could not tell you what happened, but I did watch it.
I think season 1 was way better. Than,
Season 1 was I could at least comprehend.
I didn't understand a lot of
this
why they were
Dungeons
doing
and
season
Dragons
2.
movie. I would guarantee it'll probably end up in my top 10 at the end of the year, just because I hold it in the same tier as Bullet Train in my brain right now.
Okay, all right.
And that was like top 5, I think, for me.
Everyone listening to this podcast should take a group of their friends, assuming they have friends, and go see this Dungeons and Dragons movie. It's not doing as well at the box office as it needs to do, and it deserves support and adulation. So,
Wow, you gotta really make him watch the movie. That's great.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think the script is actually clever. I like the opening and ending scenes being this sort of trial by jury of a prisoner trying to get out of prison. Like, very clever way to bookend the scenes and the way that each one turns out.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And there's stuff like that, like in every scene. Like, they actually have setups and payoffs all the time. All the characters get a moment to shine and do something, and it doesn't feel forced. Like, they actually put thought into the power system and how these superpowers will interact. There's portal mechanics, and I don't know.
Oh, man.
I don't know how it actually would work. You know, I haven't played too many of those Valve Steam games or whatever the fuck. But I'd say in terms of portal mechanics in a movie, this is the most fun I've had in any movie with them. That's my opening thoughts. Go.
The movie has heist sequences that utilize magic and utilize camera movements in a way that, like, movies like Marvel movies really should do shit like this more often.
Mm-hmm.
It feels
this
like
is what
they have
Marvel
fully
wishes
thought
they
out.
were.
Absolutely. Like, the sequence where the shape changer character is escaping from a witch who's chasing her through a castle, and she is changing into different kinds of animals
Oh, God, that was
and
so
using those different attributes as those animals to get through different parts of the prison. Fucking incredible. Like, just like they have designed camera movements, and they've designed like setups so that everything they do when the dork character, who is the shape changer, goes through the portal and into a carriage, so she's outside in the grass, and then like dips down into the carriage using that portal. It's so well done, and like, I don't know.
And that shot is in the trailer if you want to see it. It's
absolutely.
very cool.
The creatives have been like doing a bunch of behind the scenes stuff on Twitter, and I would absolutely.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, like how they did all of those camera tricks and stuff.
Oh, I'll
and
check that out for sure.
The practical dragonborn characters, the practical bird person characters are so cool to see on screen. Like, you don't need to do CGI for fucking everything. We have great practical puppetry and great practical like mechanisms that we can use for most of the stuff, and the movie absolutely embraces that. More fucking movies should do that. Show me something I haven't seen before, for fuck's sake.
That's right.
I've seen fucking CGI slop so fucking often. Stop it.
See, this is exactly what John Wick doesn't have. Like, none of this stuff, everything has thought put into it. Everything has meaning. Like, John Wick, like, nothing means anything, and it's just some stupid bullet bullshit all the time. But in this one, the story, it just means something, and it's just so much better on every level. I think this might be a perfect movie for me.
5-star letterboxed review from Florian himself. Could it be?
Yeah, so much better than John Wick 4, he says.
2 stars better than Morbius. Raves.
I stand by my
Slightly
Morbius
better than Morbius.
I mean, Morbius is a little less than perfect. You're right.
A little less than perfect. Raves.
Wow. I think damning Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves with faint praise next to Morbius is, I guess, exactly what I should expect.
6 out of 10. Jesus. I gave it 6 out of 10. Morbius.
Rich, let me ask
All right.
you, where has this Chris Pine been? I feel like he's so good in these Star Trek movies, and then like he disappears, he does the fucking
Don't Worry, Darling.
Don't Worry, Darling movie, which he's fine in that movie. But I love, he's the charismatic main lead white guy that we need with a cutie pie, a brown waifu, and he has to save his mixed race daughter. Any man can aspire to be this man, Chris Pine. Florian,
he is such a great lead.
Yeah, I think it, like, normally people don't do it well when like the man is the butt of the joke, but everyone is butt of jokes in this, and it works really well, and it's very silly and yet very inspirational, and I really enjoy how he leads the team, except for it's such a bread and butter story of like someone who feels like they're above everything, and like any kind of like real value or family or like doing things for the right reasons is just something that they're just so above, and seeing that person like learn to value those things, and by the end of the movie he's doing genuinely good things. Like he makes a deal. I love the paladin character in this movie, played by Regé Jean Page.
The super chat who shows up from time to time.
Yeah, he only shows up for about 20 minutes of the movie, but like he shows up, he is the... So this is in a lot of role-playing games. You have the character who is pure good. They are like the most good, lawful character that could possibly exist. And in a team that is full of people who are willing to do a little bit more compromising things, you have this character who is just a straight arrow. There's a joke in the movie where they're like, he's just walking in a straight line. He is not moving at all out of the way of things. What is he going to do when he hits that rock? Oh, he just went right over the rock.
Wow, I can't believe that you've added this great layer to this almost seemingly stupid joke. It's pretty well done.
No, but they did such a great job of boiling him down to the exact thing that he needs to be. And that kind of thing can rub off on a character like Chris Pine. And Chris Pine can learn to value things because this guy is just so good. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, he's a joy to behold, and it's always good when he's here. So
we've been sucking the movie's dick a lot. Is there a character or anything that we didn't like?
No, I don't think so.
Not
necessarily
thing,
character.
Damn.
I think the first act is a little bit. It's just unloading stuff on you quite a lot. I did like the prison escape in the beginning of the movie, but there's a lot of just, here's everyone's backstory. Here is the exact plot contortions you need. And it's by the time of the graveyard scene where they're asking a bunch of the dead people what happened that I was fully on board with the movie. But you do have to kind of sit back for a bit and just let the movie do its stuff. It's a lot of valuable stuff.
I guess that scene is a little silly. I guess the graveyard scene.
Oh no, that was my favorite scene in the movie. That was my favorite scene when they're asking a bunch of different people, like, what happened during this battle? How did you die? Like, all of that stuff is so funny.
Yeah, it's like a Supernatural Who's on First, and they really nailed it.
Yes, absolutely. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously some of the jokes were a little cringe there, but overall it was pretty good.
This is one of the movies that I would say is genuinely clever. Like, there were a lot of people in the theater I was with who, like, would start to crack up at the movie because it is not so straightforward with its jokes or with its comedy, but as soon as it hits you, you just kind of can't stop laughing. Like, I don't know. Like, I get a lot of laughter in movies that I'm seeing, but there's a specific kind of laughter where it's people getting the joke, or it's people like understanding what the movie's going for and getting on that level with it. And this movie absolutely has that. It's so fun.
Erich, have you seen Vox Machina?
I have not seen Vox Machina. That's the animated Amazon kind of series.
The Legend of Vox Machina is a show that is a replication of apparently a D&D
it's a podcast,
campaign.
Right? Yeah.
I think it's a TV show.
Critical Role.
Critical Role. Is it a YouTube channel? So either way, they had like a campaign, and then they made an actual animated series out of it.
I've heard very good things about it.
I mean, it's pretty good, but it's nowhere near this quality. And like the entire time, the characters in Vox Machina are like winking at the audience and breaking the fourth wall, and it's cringe. But in this one, this one is just perfect. Like the rules of the magic system and everything are pretty similar to what I assume they are in D&D. And it generally makes me think that it could be cool to play a D&T campaign at some point.
It is. It's super fun. But
the movie never makes that like our problem. Where I say it never makes it like silly in a way that is, you know, they never. I mean, they never act like they're just playing a game or anything. It's always like in the action, I think. Or at least
I kind of hoped that the movie would do a Princess Bride kind of thing where they like pull you out of the story and like they acknowledge that it's a story being told by all of these people around the table. And I kind of wish that there was like a dice being rolled, or like, you know how in Stranger Things they do that occasionally when it's like the characters rolling the dice and then something happens in the show where it's like, oh yeah, they scored the 20, they're able to do the hit. I think that could be fun, but I don't mind that they didn't do any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they did that in Futurama. I think Bender's game, it was like the magic dice and what you roll makes a magical thing happen. And it kind of cringe. If it was in this live action movie, it probably wouldn't have worked for me.
Okay, all right. Well, they made a good choice then.
I guess the framing device was that like the whole story was actually told by the bad guy in his parole hearing, right?
yeah. Spoiler alert.
We got framing device on framing device because I guess it's like it starts with him, the bad guy, framing the original story told by Chris Pine, and
stuff like that is what makes this movie really shine to me. And, like, what other action movies that came out in the last year were as clever as this one?
Well, I'm probably
not this year. Don't know of any this year.
All right, but it wasn't clever.
Was there one clever action sequence in all of Ant-Man?
I have not yet seen Ant-Man. It is not yet on Disney Plus, so I will not watch it.
Don't bother.
Were you on that episode that we did?
No. I didn't watch it.
Now that Jonathan Majors is probably not going to be king, like they might not even put that movie on Disney Plus. They'll say, let's just forget about this one.
The funniest thing ever. Will they like CGI over him or like cast some other actor in that role and then like retroactively put him into Quantumania?
The mid-credit scene, there's 500 Jonathan Majors chimping around, like screaming and banging his fucking pecs and shit. So they'll have to CGI over a lot of faces.
Oh my god, that is the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah. It's just another day at the CGI slave factory for these poor little Chinese kids who have to make the Marvel movies.
Well, they're gonna have more time to work on their movie.
Yeah,
they do have that.
And now that they're canceling so many because Jonathan Majors got arrested.
Well, I think they're changing their pipeline, so they're not making as many TV shows, not making as many movies.
Smart.
All at the same time.
Are they?
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah, I wonder what's next for Marvel. I guess it could be anyone's guess.
It's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess.
Oh yeah, we'll be reviewing that in a month.
Yeah.
It's coming out soon. You can finally stop seeing the trailer where Drax throws the ball at the girl's head.
I can't wait. Well, I guess they already replaced the trailer at my gym, so I guess I'm fine now.
Then it's the Marvels with Brie Larson. And,
those are great. Those are two great movies.
Swipe left. Wait! It's gonna have the Muslim Marvel in there.
Yeah, Miss Marvel.
Okay, that show was fine. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I mean,
I like the first couple of episodes of that.
Yeah,
like Captain Marvel was pretty silly on her own. Like if she has to take care of that Muslim girl, it could be really good.
I think the Muslim girl can save it because Captain Marvel is that basically what you're saying right now, Florian? That Captain Marvel is an annoying bitch, stuck up, smug, horrible cunt. I don't want to watch her on my screen. So maybe having like a funny little brown sidekick might bring a better side of her out.
I feel like they just didn't dare to make any stakes happen to her and all.
I'm trying to save her character. Like, watching her on screen infuriated so many people. So maybe Ms. Marvel joining her will make her more tolerable. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I'm hoping that will happen.
Like, even Nick Fury as her sidekick could barely make Captain Marvel watchable. So,
all right,
it's gonna take a lot of work.
I don't want to fucking talk about Marvel shit anymore. Talking about Dungeons and Dragons again.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing.
Who was your favorite character in this, Florian?
I think I might have actually really liked like the con man, even if he was really bad.
Forge, the bad guy?
Yeah, that's the one.
Wow.
I really
You
like
really
how,
like Hugh Grant?
I really like how he was like totally sincere and then just like the biggest lying asshole ever in the next scene. Hell yeah.
I like how he talked himself into raising fucking Chris Pine's girl. And like he was trying to convince her that he's actually a good guy. And
Yeah, that's kind of a unique premise and motivation for the
Yeah.
villain, is that he doesn't want to like rape this child or nothing. He just wants to be this girl's new dad. And he just likes being her dad.
Well, he just wants to make her as corrupted as him. You know?
Yeah.
And like it's kind of an interesting character because like he fucks over everyone else and goes with these like red wizards or whatever. And he kind of like just has the daughter, and you don't just do that for years and years and years, like for no reason.
Well, his grand plan
Like,
is to retire. Like, this is just one big scheme
Right.
to take all the gold, leave the city to the mages, and fuck off.
But it's like maybe he like is trying to like redeem himself almost. Like this is his way of seeing himself as a good person.
Oh, because
Like,
he took care of this girl.
Yeah, he took care of his
Maybe.
daughter. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess he's not like a completely evil person. He's just like a corrupt piece of shit.
Yeah, he helps the red mages, so he didn't betray them.
No worse than
I'm
any
actually-
politician in our country.
I'm actually surprised that they didn't betray him either. I love that they're like, I hate this guy, but here I'm gonna let him escape with the riches, as was discussed. You know?
Yeah,
That's really good.
the trope is so overdone of the bad guy betrays the other bad guy, but no, they have a business deal and it just goes through as planned in the movie.
yeah.
It's very fair. And then Chris Pine and friends have to just defeat both independently. I like that.
I wonder how bad would that zombie curse even be? Like if they zombify the whole city, like would those people
I
still
mean,
have their
everyone-
lives?
Everyone becomes zombies. That's awful.
I mean, we know that they become zombies like when the red wizards command them to fight, but like, do they have like a day-to-day where they go back to their normal lives?
Well, have you ever seen the Star Wars fan day? If you want to, like, zombies can operate and function in society just fine.
Exactly. They could all be like Erich. Oh my god!
Uh-oh, he left? You can't handle it. If I scour the footage of that Star Wars fan day, am I going to find you there, Erich? Uh-oh, he's
his mic isn't
speechless.
working.
Maybe he left because his mic broke and not because I offended Star Wars.
He's mad.
The Discord call is all fucked up and everyone sounds demonic.
Oh, God. Well, we are at...
It sounds like people have been possessed by a demon.
we have hit an
That was just us
appropriate
talking
ending
about Star
time.
Wars.
If we want to wrap up, you guys have anything you want to plug?
Well, I made a video about a comic that I found on Reddit, and it got a lot of views, and I think it might be one of my better videos on anti-reviews, so everyone go check that out.
I second that one. That is a good video. Link in the
Hell yeah,
description.
thanks.
E-Rich, what you got going on?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at TZARREVAN. Check me out there. And then Letterboxd at Revan1138. You guys sound like robots now rather than demons, so I think that's an improvement.
Are we
That's
making
all of our
any
future.
Are we making any movement towards the goal of you overcoming Kino Corner on Letterboxd in terms of followers?
Oh, there we go. Holy shit.
Do we sound good again?
Well, he likes that.
I can't hear it.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, I'd be surprised if he could beat Kino. I don't know how many.
He's probably only down by like 900.
Yeah.
Yeah. If every
Almost
single
there.
person listening to this made a Letterboxd and unfollowed Kino and followed E-Rich, we could do it. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.